Okay, this is episode 112 of RV Dream Makers, and we're out on a hike early in the morning, 5 miles.
Riding with us.
And in this episode,
it's when we stopped by Little Bighorn. We stopped by to see all the history. The museum was closed. That was the theme of our travels this year. Things being closed and shut down, but just all the graves, the history of it. Then there's a part that tells it from the side of the
Native Americans.
Yeah, the Native American side, which Jody didn't read a lot of that, but it's really neat because it tells their side of the war. So, but it's all on that.
We had a huge storm that hit us right there.
Oh yeah, I did get pictures of that. We drove down, Jody stayed back, and man, it was torrential downpour. By the time we got back to him, it was crazy. Yeah, and there were military people there getting like a history lesson. So I have some pictures of them in the background of stuff. So.
And we were staying, where were we staying there? Billings. Because we drove from Billings. Is that the Cabela's?
Bass Pro, or Cabela's, yes.
Yeah, we were staying at the Cabela's parking lot for 2 nights on our way to Glacier. So, all right, hope you enjoyed this episode. Okay, we are at the Little Bighorn Battlefield National Monument. And as usual on this trip, the visitor center and museum is closed for renovation. So we gonna miss the history unless it has it on the walkway up here and the signs. So
Maybe up here it says.
June 25th, 1876. Arthur Reed. Boston Custer. I wonder if he's related, I guess. I wonder how many there is. Say up here. General Custer is the one in the black one in the middle, surrounded, I guess, being protected by his men. I wonder why some of them were civilians. Doorstop. Okay. Following the battle, the Lakota and Cheyenne removed their dead and buried them in lodges, scaffolds, and the hillsides. Surviving members of the 7th Cavalry hastily buried the soldiers, Indian scouts, and civilians on June 28, 1876. In 1877, most officers' remains were exhumed and reinterred in Eastern Cemetery. Lieutenant Colonel Custer's partial remains were reburied at West Point, New York in 1881. Lieutenant Charles Rowe erected a granite memorial shaft and reburied the remaining 7th Cavalry dead in a mass grave around its base. In 1890, the Army placed 249 headstone markers across the battlefield in an attempt to show where Custer's men had fallen. Total 7th Cavalry casualties: Custer Battalion 210, Reno Benteen Battalions 53, Lakota and Cheyenne 40 to 100 estimated losses. Here's the memorial with 220, the remains of 220 soldiers, scouts, and civilians are buried at the base of the memorial. Wooden Leg Hill. The hill in front of you was occupied by Lakota and Cheyenne during the fight on Last Stand Hill. An unknown Sioux warrior wearing a war bonnet was killed here while firing his rifle at soldiers. Positioned behind a horse barricade on the crest of the ridge behind you. As soldier carbine fire ceased, victorious warriors rushed the hill. So there's the hill portrayed here. Seventh Cavalry Horse Cemetery. After the battle, 39 cavalry horses that had been shot for breastworks during Custer's last stand were found among the dead on Last Stand Hill. In 1879, a temporary cordwood monument was erected by the Army on the crest of the hill. The area strewn with cavalry horse skeletons was policed and the remains of the horses placed inside the cordwood monument. In July 1881, Lieutenant Charles Efro and a detail from the 2nd Cavalry replaced the temporary monument with the present granite monument and interred the 7th Cavalry casualties around the base. The 2nd Cavalry, in fond reverence for the horses, re-entered them here. After the monument was erected and lined the horse cemetery with cordwood from the original monument. In April 9th, 1941, maintenance workers discovered a horse cemetery here while digging a trench for a water reservoir drainage pipe. Among the artifacts recovered were partial human remains, cavalry boots, bullet-pierced hardtack cracker tins, and approximately 10 horse skeletons. Further excavation was delayed until July 1946, when Lieutenant Colonel Elwood L. Nye, U.S. Army veterinarian, continued the excavation work. Unfortunately, his report has not been located, nor what became of the horses uncovered. In February 2002, the site was examined using ground-penetrating radar, revealing soil anomalies in the area. National Park Service's archaeologists excavated the cemetery April 29th to May 1st, 2002. Horse skeletal remains were found in 2 6-foot square areas just northeast of the 7th Cavalry Monument. The remains include a vertebrae, leg bones, shoulder bones, rib bones. March 15th, 1869, after Washatie battle, General George Armstrong Custer smoked a pipe with Stone Foray, keeper of the sacred arrows at Sweetwater, Longhair Custer promised never to fight the Cheyenne people again. The ashes from the sacred arrow keeper's pipe were then poured on the heel of Longhair's boot. That was in 1869. Nine surviving warriors. Wow. In 1948, these were the 9 surviving warriors. Wow. Can't believe they had all the names of all of them, I guess, that fought in the battle. So 48, that would have meant it was 72 years later. They were the only 9 left. Interesting. Like the Indian version of the fight. Okay, so this cemetery is, they did bury some from other infantries here back in the let me look here. Back in the 1870s, 1880s, there was a lot of people buried here. Well, then they started burying people from that were in the Indian Wars, the Spanish-American War, World War I, World War II, I guess, from this area. In this cemetery, which is right at the below Custer's last stand. The guy died in 1945, 1944. Fought in World War II. Oh, this guy's from Missouri. Fought in World War I. So they got them from different states too. Okay. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Please like, share, and subscribe. It is September 15th. So
my mama's birthday. Happy birthday, Mom!
So yeah, we're going to celebrate that today along with our niece's son's birthday party. And, well, we better say hi because they watch. Augie and Augie's
Finley.
birthday. And
It's Augie's
Finley
birthday.
always watches. And we got a long way to go until we get to leave after Christmas. So, but we got a lot of video coming. So,
Coming up will be Teddy Roosevelt and then Glacier. So,
all right. Remember, God loves you, but only Jesus can save you.
see ya.